What is up, Amazon sellers? Super excited because in this video, I'm gonna be covering my top 10 personal favorite Amazon seller Facebook groups, which are great for any questions that you have about specific topics relating to Amazon sellers and Amazon FBA, as well as news, and just a great center for learning. And Amazon groups are one of my favorite places to stay on top and to learn kind of the newest trends and tactics that are actually working. But the reality is there's a lot of crap groups out there, and certain groups have a lot of information, but it's a lot of misinformation that's floating around. So I've tried to consolidate what I believe are truly the 10 best. Every month I go into these groups and constantly check in to make sure that I'm not missing anything, staying up to date. And I'll link each of the groups in the description section of this video to make it easier for you to check them out. And before we get to it, be sure to hit that red subscribe button on your screen if you like actually valuable Amazon FBA and Amazon seller tips, tutorials, and news. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get to it. All right, so Facebook group number 1, we have Product Development Academy by Steven Seelkoff. Steven is a great guy, extremely experienced with e-commerce, and by joining this group, you are going to shift your perspective from trying to find a product to sell on Amazon to actually developing a physical product that solves a pain point and then selling that product. A lot of really great and very practical, ratios, tips, updates as well. Talks about, expanding into retail space, which a lot of Amazon sellers and kind of gurus don't talk about, and just a ton of really great nuggets. He shares a lot of value for free, which is very rare, and it's part of the reason that I'm recommending it. So be sure to join Product Development Academy. For group number 2 is Sourcing with Kian by Kian Gulzari. So Kian's a personal friend of mine, great guy, and extremely experienced when it comes to sourcing products from China. He's worked with numerous large brands, including the Olympics, NBA, and a ton of others. And Allie and I have actually even paid him for consulting calls to help with our own logistics. And he's another one of many on this list, obviously, who gives a lot of value for free. He also has a fantastic YouTube channel, but if you want to improve and kind of stay up to date on anything related to sourcing products from China, this is definitely the group for you. Group number 3, we have Amazon FBA Alphas by Sharon Evan. Sharon is also a great friend of mine, a wonderful, wonderful woman and entrepreneur in the Amazon space, and she gives a very practical, realistic look at Amazon FBA. She's also super on top of any kind of changes in news. I actually follow her on Instagram and her stories. She's always kind of posting and staying on top of it. So a really great group. You won't find me though in this group just because it's a little bit closed off to other influencers, not to mix strategies and things like that, which I totally understand, but a really, really great group to join. I've actually talked to several members of her Facebook group and they have nothing but good things to say about Sharon and the content that she posts. So be sure to check out FBA Alphas. For group number 4, we have Amazing at Home by Amy Weiss. So Amy is another rock star in the Amazon FBA space and had the pleasure of meeting her at Prosper in Vegas. And she shares a ton of amazing hacks and tactics, stuff that I've never heard about. In her group, she provides a ton of value. She's also super well connected in the e-commerce space and does a lot of interviews and podcasts. So definitely check out Amazing at Home and Amy Weiss. Group number 5, we have Lunch with Norm, hosted by Norman Farrar. So some of you who've been following me already know that I've had the pleasure of being on the Lunch with Norm podcast a few times, and they actually have a Facebook group, and it's one of my favorites. So first of all, Norm is extremely well connected in the e-commerce space as well. He shares a ton of very, very practical and simple Amazon seller and Amazon FBA tips. They also do a ton of giveaways within the group and are constantly posting memes every week. It's actually super fun to be a part of. And it's one of the most, I would say, really connected Facebook groups out there. So really, really great community that they've built. An awesome kind of group to be a part of. You definitely won't regret it. So that's Lunch with Norm by Norm Farrar. For group number 6, we move into the topic of Amazon PPC specifically, and that is the PPC Troubleshooting Facebook group, which is my personal favorite Amazon advertising group, created by Brian Johnson, who's also, I believe, the founder or co-founder of Canopy Management. So first of all, super experienced guy, wicked smart, and provides a ton of value within the group. Just common questions relating to Amazon PPC and improving ACOS, sales, scaling, how to use Amazon PPC to launch, all of that, a ton of value and a great place for any questions that you have about Amazon PPC specifically. So be sure to check out PPC Troubleshooting by Brian Johnson. And for group number 7, we have the FBA Kings group hosted by Carbon 6. So I've been in this group for quite some time, and this is one of the best groups when it comes to innovative Amazon strategies and automation for Amazon sellers, whether that's with ranking, with keyword research, with review automation, just a whole bunch of different topics, but very, very innovative is kind of the key word there. So a great group that I always love to check in to see any kind of new strategies that are being used, new techniques, really, really solid group. So be sure to check out FBA Kings. Now, this next group is one of my favorites because it's very non-Amazon centric. It relates to Amazon, but really focuses on building a real brand with Amazon sort of being one of your sales channels. And that is the Unstoppable FBA group by Stephen Black. Stephen is wicked smart, puts out a ton of value, really, really knowledgeable and intelligent when it comes to a lot of different topics, whether that's with content creation outside of Amazon, Google ads and Facebook ads, consumer psychology, just a lot of really different way of approaching Amazon and really valuable stuff in that group that he shares for free. Probably one of the most valuable groups that I'm a part of, specifically about kind of expanding off of Amazon or kind of thinking about it differently, building email lists, building content, all of that. Basically, you can learn more by joining, and that's Unstoppable FBA by Stephen Black. Now, group number 9, I don't spend a ton of time in, thankfully, because it is the Amazon Seller Performance and Suspension group, which is a great group to be a part of. One, to basically consume a lot of great free information on how to prevent your account getting shut down, your listing getting suppressed or suspended, all of that. But then also in certain cases, if you do get your account shut down, listing suppressed, you get your listing hijacked or whatever it might be, this is a really great go-to group in case anything like that happens. So not a lot of fun stuff, but very, very important stuff for Amazon sellers and a group specifically about suspensions, which is really amazing. So that's the Amazon Seller Performance and Suspension group, linked in the description as well. And for Facebook group number 10, we have the Helium 10 members Facebook group. Now, I don't believe you have to be a Helium 10 user or have an account in order to access this group. And this group specifically is one of my favorite big Amazon seller groups. Those of you who already follow me know that Helium 10 is my favorite general set of tools for Amazon sellers. And it's not just a group where they just promote their own tool, which I would kind of expect. They actually provide a ton of really great content. They have amazing speakers that actually come in, really innovative, articles and blog posts they write. I really learned a ton from Helium 10 on the content side, and they also have great tools. It just, in my opinion, you've heard me talk about it before, but I just think Helium 10 as a company executes on things really well. So not really something that I would expect of actually being a group with value, but in my opinion, it absolutely is for a larger group and a really great place to get some answers to your questions. But keep in mind that with the bigger a group is, usually there's more kind of spammers within the group, like different kind of virtual assistants. They're just regurgitating content or giving you outdated content. Like in one of the groups, someone mentioned like, hey, ask your friends and family for reviews and give them a ranking URL or a super URL to help you with ranking. No, that'll get your account shut down. So just kind of be careful of that with bigger groups, but there is some really great content to consume as well. And for a bonus Facebook group, which is my personal favorite, it might be a little bit biased, that is the Amazing Escape Plan Facebook group. Yes, it's my own personal Facebook group, and I've done my best to make this what I believe to be the best Facebook group for Amazon sellers and Amazon FBA. Every week we post actually valuable, simple tips to help you generate more profit on Amazon. I'll be there as well as my wife, Allie, to answer questions that you have relating to Amazon FBA in product research, sourcing, listing optimization, product launch, and all of that. We run a lot of polls, we do contests and giveaways as well. So if you want to join, link along with all of the other links to these amazing groups will be in the description section of this video and would love for you to join. Now, obviously, I wasn't able to go through every single Amazon seller Facebook group. So if you feel like there's one really valuable group that I really missed, let me know in the comment section of this video as well. And if you like this content and would like more tips, tutorials, and Amazon seller news that's actually valuable, then be sure to hit that subscribe button on your screen. And also, if you'd like over 11 100% free custom Amazon seller tools and templates, link to this will be in the description section as well for you in case you want that. And as always, thank you so much for watching. God bless, and look forward to seeing you in future videos.